Recently, I visited some of Indonesia's famous pilgrimage sites, and in each of these trips, we were warned of snarky pickpockets and way too many vendor scams. But this isn't the first time I have to watch for my pocket because I actually gotten used to looking after my money in this economy. Because being Indonesian is definitely a curse of the century. Being both religious and growing up in the nation of the world government has taught me that sometimes life hits you hard like a shovel to the head, with prices for basic needs like vegetables, meats, and oil rises to more than 4% in just this year, and God knows what will happen in the next few months. And also, I'm pretty sure I got scammed multiple times by my mechanic. Unfortunately, this is a very common struggle for millions in the country, with the majority of jobs are impossible to have because of how many Indonesians are uneducated and less qualified, and these jobs are also a pain in the ass due to how strict and nauseating the requirement is. Job position: graphic design and content creator, entry level. Requirement: 6 years in graphic design in a corporate level job, and because I'm being generous, you only need 5 years of experience as a content creator. Alhamdulillah, muka-muka sumbanganku dihitung ganjaran kanggo mlebu surga. Amin. While many would like to believe the fault should be aimed at these poor Indonesians, their significance are simply the result of trying to make ends meet because going back, prices for basic needs starts to get more expensive, and furthermore, most Indonesians does not have upper or higher education, which means that they are uneducated, which means that they are underqualified from formal jobs such as manufacturing, finance, and professional managerial role. This resulted in Indonesians doing informal jobs, which are easy to get by but economically vulnerable, such as street vendors and online motorcycle taxi driver. Now I want you to remember this job specifically. One of the worst examples of this domino effect is what happened in the city of Bekasi in May 2025, where they had a job fair which shortly becomes a stampede because of how many people came for jobs. Some people couldn't even breathe, but thankfully the cops and the military, holy shit, quickly dispersed the crowd safely. I spilled all this because the economic hardship in this country has affected me personally. While not drastic to the point I became the Ryan Gosling meme from Blade Runner, it makes me just so paranoid of my wallet. I mean, this channel isn't even monetized. That means I don't have a big income, and every time I try to do my hobby like playing games or even doing stuff that I'm passionate or used to be passionate, like writing stories or songs or doing art, I just can't concentrate knowing that I'm not well off at the moment. So too often I got quickly stressed, then burn out, and then stop doing it. Again, this isn't a major letdown, but it's something that has slowly started to build up in my bag. Now, at this point, it's unsurprising that because of the humble news that Indonesian congressmen are getting paid a too many lot of money, while its citizens are suffering in poverty, everyone protested for wider economic reform. And this is a big protest, from Gorontalo City to Bandung, Palembang, Banjarmasin, Jember, Surabaya, Yogyakarta, Makassar, and Jakarta. Unfortunately, the violent escalation by the police led to one of them in an armored vehicle deliberately running over an innocent bystander by the name of Afan Kurniawan. He was a 21-year-old motorcycle taxi driver delivering food at the time. This is a guy who's the same age as me, working in a low-income job, and his fate was met and the killer was simply discharged. Now the protest spreads everywhere like wildfire all across the country. And because there's also cases of suspiciously masked instigators burning down buildings and internet broadcasting server, it creates even more confusion, and thus the protest doesn't result anything. The government doesn't seem to care and just continue enjoying its lavish lifestyle while its people suffer from economic inequality. Until today or this week, recently most Indonesian content creators that I know of started to post content more efficiently and like every single day so they could get more revenue. And when the government tries to sway its attention away from the main crux of the issue, which is mass unemployment and poverty, by doing a debate on whether Indonesian congressmen are stupid or any buzzwords you can throw at politicians, I don't know, the topic is so ambiguous, but the anime protagonist of this debate, Ferry Irwandi, who is a brilliant man, simply sums up this debate with this.
Identify problemnya tuh bukan kausalitas dari situ. Ya kenapa anggota DPR merespon seperti itu? Kenapa aparat represif? Kenapa kebijakan publik seperti ini? Kenapa ketika daya beli sedang menurun, orang-orang sulit mencari pekerjaan, anggota DPR harus naik tunjangan? Kenapa bukan itu yang dibahas gitu loh? Kenapa yang dibahas lalu adik-adik mahasiswa ini?
And I genuinely thank him for proposing a movement to lead a more organic protest in order to avoid more casualties. Online discourse from around the world, including neighboring Malaysia, are quite positive and in support of the protesters, including an outlet from two of the most branded content creators on the planet, which is Asmongold and Hasan Piker. And finally, President Prabowo ousted and replaced 5 ministers, 3 of which is responsible for Indonesia's economy, by the way. While I understand that many Indonesians are still unhappy, I think we can look at better days and find new shortcuts to this never-ending hell. I mean, I don't know what that solution might be, but the president just ousted 3 economic ministers, so that's a major step. I hope there will be more changes in days to come. Anyway, if you enjoy this type of video, then let me know in the comment below. If you want to support the channel, feel free to subscribe. It is greatly appreciated, and I'll see you later. Peace.